Bonjour, bonjour. Bienvenue à cette première interview ou entretien FIDE. Aujourd'hui, nous allons parler de l'examen FIDE et surtout, nous allons faire un débriefing de l'examen FIDE. Alors, FIDE, ça veut dire français, italiano, deutsch. Et c'est l'examen qui est mis en place par la Suisse, par les différents cantons de la Suisse pour tester le niveau de langue des résidents de la Suisse qui ne sont pas encore suisses. Alors, si vous devez passer votre examen FIDE pour obtenir votre permis C, votre naturalisation suisse, eh bien, vous allez pouvoir obtenir un petit peu plus de conseils et connaître un petit peu plus de quoi il s'agit avec cette vidéo aujourd'hui. Alors aujourd'hui, j'accueille avec très grand plaisir Karen Henderson qui va nous parler de son expérience avec l'examen FIDE qu'elle a réussi, qu'elle a passé récemment avec Prêt à Parler. Bonjour Karen, ça va bien ce matin?
Oh, bonjour Isabelle, ça va?
Super. Merci beaucoup Karen de vous joindre à nous. Est-ce que vous pourriez vous présenter en français?
Oh, bien sûr. Je m'appelle Karen Henderson et je viens des États-Unis. Je suis née en Virginie, dans la montagne qui s'appelle Appalachie. Je suis venue en Suisse en 2011 avec mon mari pour son travail. J'habite près de Fribourg. Je parle anglais, français et petit peu allemand. J'ai 70 ans et j'ai 2 enfants qui habitent au Texas. Mon petit-fils est dans l'armée de l'air. Je suis retraitée et je travaillais chez Bayer pendant 36 ans comme chimiste. Je développais de la peinture pour les automobiles. Concernant mon passe-temps, j'adore la musique, surtout le blues. Je joue du piano et de la guitare et je chante dans le gospel choir à Fribourg.
Super, donc vous faites beaucoup de choses. Ça fait déjà un bon moment que vous êtes en Suisse et on va switcher vers l'anglais alors parce que plusieurs personnes ne comprennent pas assez bien le français. So we're going to switch to English. We can relax now. But I just wanted to mention how nice it was for us to receive an inquiry from someone like you, Karen, because we often tend to believe that it's not possible to speak French after a certain age. Let's say after we're past the university years, a lot of people falsely believe that it is too stressful or it's too late. And so I was delighted to see that when you contacted us that you really wanted to make progress with your French. And of course, it will not be perfect. It can never be perfect unless we spend years on diction. But I just wanted to say bravo to you for being so brave and to put yourself out there, even though you had to do the FIDE exam. But you can really be proud of yourself and can only continue to work, on developing this confidence that you started developing with us at Prêt à Parler. So well done, you. My first question is, why did you have to pass the FIDE exam?
For me, it's very important to learn the language of the country where you live. Also, there's a new law in Switzerland that requires foreign nationals to meet the language requirement for both the permit and the citizenship. I really recommend preparing for this exam because I learned how to better manage my daily life here. I learned how the banks, the post office, and the insurance companies worked. And I learned how the administration works for applying for permits and filing for unemployment. And I learned what to do when there are problems with my apartment. And I even learned when my car breaks down on the autoroute what I should do.
So FIDE is more than an exam. It's also a good review of the vocabulary, the grammar tenses that you need, the situations, how to get by in everyday life situation. And I would just like to highlight the fact that the FIDE exam was put in place in January 2019, so it's fairly recent. It's a Swiss-only exam, so it will only serve you within Switzerland. But what I really like about this exam compared to the DELF or the DALF is that it really focuses on everyday life. So for you, it was necessary to be able to prepare for your naturalization process. I would like to know exactly why did you reach out to us, to Prêt à Parler, to prepare for the oral exam? Because I know you had passed the written exam, but the oral was something that was a bit of a blockage for you, right?
I wanted to go with someone that had a lot of experience with regard to the FIDE, and I read about your company online and it had excellent reviews. So I decided to take a trial lesson and I really liked it.
How did you feel about your FIDE exam before you contacted us and after doing the preparation program with us?
Well, I had no confidence at all in my speaking because I was afraid I was going to make mistakes. And since I'm 70, now I tend to forget the words. So Johan was very patient and he picked up on areas where I needed improvement and he concentrated on those. He was very accommodating when I asked if he could give me a lesson plan with a larger font. He was very positive and encouraging, and he answered a lot of questions that I had about taking the test. And when he told me I was ready to take the test, that gave me a lot of confidence.
That is great. And you know what, Karen? I would like to know, so he sent you this lessons plan in a larger font. Would you say that using the computer for you was a deterrent? So it was something which would stress you more, being, 70, some people don't always feel comfortable with technology. For you, was it a deterrent or it was not a problem for you? You were looking forward.
Oh, it's not a problem. I really like technology, yes.
And it's also very visual as opposed to the face-to-face lessons where you have to wait for the teacher to write everything down. The fonts can be expanded as you want, the colors as well. So would you say that was a plus for you to be able to learn online with Prêt à Parler and with Johan?
Oh, yes, it was a big plus. Absolutely.
What was useful for you, perhaps with regards to your schedule? You're someone who's quite busy. Was the fact of being online, being able to choose whenever you needed to do the lessons according to your own schedule, was that a plus as well for you?
Oh, yes, that was a big plus. And it's easy to reschedule the lesson if it doesn't work out. So yes, it was very good.
Super. Thank you so much. Can you tell me when and where you passed the FIDE exam?
I took the test in Fribourg at Université Populaire on December the 18th.
And that was in 2021, right? So
exactly.
Just a few weeks ago. And what were your results?
I received a B1 level, which is the level that's required for citizenship. And I was really happy with that score.
So now, Karen, you've got your FIDE Passeport des langues B1. That means you're ready to apply for your Swiss naturalization. So how do you feel about that? What was the feeling after passing the FIDE exam, knowing that you could then continue with your application?
I was very pleased with that because it was such a big challenge for me.
And, would you say you felt pride? You were proud of yourself?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Did you expect you could do this before, or you thought, oh, that's going to be a big challenge for me? You were not sure if it could be possible or not?
I really struggle with French. And so I really put a lot of hours into it and I really studied a lot. So when I received those results, I thought, wow, this is fantastic.
It boosted your confidence probably for the rest because it's not over now. I'm sorry to say, Karen, you still had the interviews to prepare, the exam for the geography and the political system and the history of Switzerland, but this is all exciting because it's all part of the integration. And may I ask you, I know that, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that as an American citizen, will you have to lose your American citizenship, or you can have double citizenship once you become Swiss?
You can have double citizenship. My husband is American. His grandmother was Swiss, and she lived in the Berner Oberland. And so he applied for a passport, and so now he has a Swiss passport and the American passport.
Ah, lovely. So it is in the family. It is in the family, the Swiss roots.
Yeah.
Very nice. What would you like to tell other expats who are currently hesitating to take online private lessons with us with Prêt à Parler?
Preparing for the FIDE really does make your daily life easier here in Switzerland. And for me, I get a lot more out of a private lesson because the teacher tailors the class just for you. My advice is to be curious, no matter how old you are, and don't be afraid to learn new things. And we have a saying in Appalachia, an inch is a cinch, but a yard is hard. So when you're when you're learning a new language, just persevere and keep on keeping on.
Absolutely. You've got the right attitude. It's not a matter of age or capacities or abilities. It's a mindset. Whenever you learn something new, it really is a mindset. Opening your mind to something different, whether it's a language or a new skill or a new sport, it all comes back to let's do it. Let's try. Let's keep open about it. And then it can be hard. There will be setbacks, but it's always moving forward, one step at a time, one lesson at a time. And then we get to the results that we need. And for you, that was the FIDE exam. So congratulations, félicitations, Karen. Encore une fois, je suis ravie pour vous. Et donc, the next step will be the naturalization application and the interview, which will be coming in the next few months, in the next year. I wish you all the very best. Please know that here at Prêt à Parler, we are here for you. If you need anything else, we're here to help with any step of the process. And thank you so much for your time today. That was so helpful. Merci beaucoup.
Je vous souhaite une belle journée.
Ah, merci beaucoup à vous également. Une très belle journée et tous mes vœux de succès pour la suite, Karen. À très bientôt.